The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Your consciousness has power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Greater signs of life can be realized with a greater ability to visualize. Greater science is the equivalent word for Hinduism. When you understand the greater science of life, greater courage, more possibility, more fearlessness, more joy, more bliss. When you visualize Paramashiva with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands, your consciousness becomes ferocious, and that ability to visualize, you will get involved in everything deeply. Involved people are the most delicious, most sweet, most beautiful, most juiciest beings of planet Earth.
Yes, so welcoming each and every one of you back. We will now be entering into the segment of glimpses of the glorious past. On this segment, we go through the years and we see the various activities and contributions performed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for humanity as he is establishing the Sri KAILASA nation, the Enlightenment ecosystem, civilizational nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been working very hard since his very childhood to enrich and reach out to people, to give the powerful cognitions and protect Hinduism, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, as well as reviving its authenticity. So here we'll be going through the 13th of February throughout the years. And without further ado, let us jump into the first slide. starting in the year 2003 on the 13th of February. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism delivered a presidential address, the Nithyananda Satsang, in the city of Karaikudi in Tamil Nadu, India. Thousands of people had gathered in order to receive the darshan of the Nijavatar of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, with each of them bringing books to be autographed, malas to be blessed, requesting his divine healing and blessings. So here we see an amazing happening. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the presidential address, a discourse, Nithyananda Satsang, in city of Tamil Nadu, Karaikudi. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, like mentioned in the introduction, has been actively working since childhood, but even more since he started his public life, to reach out to people. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared that one of the biggest blind spots that Hindus have cherished in the last hundreds of years is the lack of enriching, the lack of reaching out, sharing the powerful cognitions, and making the various dimensions of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the various dimensions of Hinduism available to people. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is the oldest tradition still alive in today's world, and there is a reason for that. It has a lot to contribute to each and every one of us in multiple dimensions, actually in all dimensions of life. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving the authenticity, the context, and the science of living enlightenment, which is the foundation of the Hindu lifestyle. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared that the rishis, the sages and seers of the past were so intelligent that they were able to bring the most subtle and difficult truths of the universe and turn it into a daily habit or daily lifestyle or part of life that each and every human being can experience, whether they grasp the truth or not. And the more they engage into this dimension of the lifestyle, the more they will be able to grasp the truth until the truth is fully realized. So like that, Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been established and has been enriching the world, contributing, and that is why it is still alive today. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reaching out to devotees, disciples, and followers. Here we can see the picture on the right. So like that, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been reaching out in every possible way to people to bring Hinduism back on the map and protect it from the persecution that it has suffered for the last thousands of years.
Let us now see the clip of the satsang on the 13th of February 2003, Dhyana Satsangam, Dhyanam, Dhyana Sigichai Sangadam. So that is the title of the video. Let's now see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanding on the Dhyana Satsangam, the Nitya Satsang.
ரூபம் காட்டிய மாய வித்தை செய்யும் நித்யன் வித்தை கிளப்பி விட்டேனில் பர தத்துவம் கற்பித்த பரம ஞானியாய் ஞானக்கண் கொடுத்த தமக்கே ரூபம் காட்டிய மாய வித்தை செய்யும் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமை கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா ஈசன் முக்தி நேரி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். மெய்ப்பொருளான நித்யனை ஆழ்ந்து சிந்திக்க ஐயனின் ரூபம் விளங்கும் தாண்டும் சிவசக்தியாக ஐம்பொறிகளுக்கும் புலனாகின்ற நித்யன் மெய்ப்பொருளான நித்யனை ஆழ்ந்து சிந்திக்க ஐயனின் ரூபம் விளங்கும் யாண்டும் சிவசக்தியாக.
Let us now enter into the year 2007 on the 13th of February. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism presided over the Ananda Tapas Convention, which took place between the 7th and the 14th of February, and saw the participants going through tremendous inner transformation. The Ananda Tapas is an ancient sacred Hindu alchemy process which involves the meditator to sit within a circle of fire for several hours for many days under the supervision of the Guru. The Agni process removes the ego and its samskaras, the biomemory, completely. And as a consequence, the engraved memories are burnt and boiled away. So here we have amazing pictures of this very ancient practice in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, in Hinduism, which is the Ananda Tapas, where you sit surrounded by fire. And you are obviously supervised by the Guru. And like that, you sit in that heat with the fire. And that process, like mentions, removes the ego and the samskaras, the biomemory, the wrong engrams, which are sitting in the biomemory and which are extremely difficult to remove. This process, under the guidance and the blessings of the Guru, burns those away. And all these engraved memories leave you and give you a fresh biomemory that you can then program at will with the conscious decisions that you make after that. So here we have a picture of that and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism sitting with some of the participants, as well as initiating them into the process, making sure that everything goes as per planned.
We are now moving on to the 13th of February 2010. On that day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, organized and conducted the Life Bliss Engineering Convention in KAILASA. The grandest happening on planet Earth, Paramavatara, the ultimate incarnation of Paramashiva himself, began by accepting the Pratyakshapada Puja that the delegates offered, and continued with conducting a Sarva Darshan by attending tirelessly to each and every individual and bestowing upon them the blessings and healing that they needed. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism directly conducting the program Life Bliss Engineering, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism giving the Sarva Darshan, the darshan to each and every individual who has come to the program, to the KAILASA on that day. So we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blessing the couple and blessing the various people who have come on that day. And it is so blissful to see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism directly conducting the programs. As many of us know, it's been almost 3 years since the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has conducted the program, and just in a few days we have the Paramashivoham level 3 program coming up, which after 3 years the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is conducting the Paramashivoham level 3 program by himself, and we are having the everyday initiations and the preparation for the Paramashivoham level 3 program So I would like to take this chance to invite all the viewers, all the participants to stay tuned, as we'll be having the live darshan of the Supreme Point of Hinduism in just a few moments. And also, we are having the live Facebook event today of the Tripura Sundari initiation, which the Supreme Point of Hinduism expanded. Lalita Mahatripura Sundari is the embodiment of all three Shaktis, the Parabrahma Swarupini Mahasaraswati, Parandama Swarupini Mahalakshmi, and Paramashiva Shakti Swarupini Paramashiva Shakti. So let's all get ready for the initiation. And as we go over the years, let us fall into the Leela Dhyana. Let us experience the oneness with the Supreme Point of Hinduism as we see his whole life story and we see all the happenings of the avatar.
Entering now into the year 2011 on the 13th of February. That day's Pratiksha Pada Puja, the presidential address to Nityananda Satsang, Dial the Avatar, Sarvadarshan, and lunch with the Adinavasis were presided over by none other than the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, in Adi KAILASA, Bangalore, Karnataka, India. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism spending time with the Kailasavasis, which are the people who surrendered their individual life for the sake of the mission of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the establishment of Sri Kailasa and the revival of Hinduism and protection of Sanatana Hindu Dharma against the persecutions which it has suffered from for the last thousands of years. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism participated, blessed with his presence in the Pada Puja in the morning, followed by the presidential address, Dial the Avatar, where devotees from around the world had the opportunity to call in live and receive the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as well as boons, Sarvadarshan, and lunch, as we can see in the picture on the right side. Very rare pictures where we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the eating area in the kitchen with Adinavasis, answering questions, spending time with them, and yes, so a great happening indeed in the year 2011 on the 13th of February. Entering into the year 2012 now, the 13th of February, always. In this day's presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism intercepted the Akashic records on the 4th and 8th verse of the Bhagavad Gita. From this grand cosmic download and the rehappening of the Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reminded us that each of us is an incarnation to be. As such, we must follow the role model that the incarnation set for us and take up the same responsibilities. This includes das krita, the elimination of evil forces in the world which threaten our fellow Sangha members. The first task of Duskrita is to quietly protect these innocent people. But as we gain the strength and wisdom, we must also stand up as warriors against wickedness. So a very important satsang given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the Bhagavad Gita. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, being an avatar of Paramashiva, has downloaded and mapped the sacred truths of many Hindu scriptures into a language that we can easily relate to, implement in our life and understand. And here he's doing so with the Bhagavad Gita, which is the revelations of Bhagwan Sri Krishna to Arjuna on the battlefield of the Mahabharata in the Kurukshetra. So we see here the pictures of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism sitting for the Pada Puja, as well as for the presidential address.
Let us now enter into the 13th of February 2013. On that day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism And thousands of his disciples went on a spiritual tour to various temples in Varanasi, such as the Kashi Vishwanatha temple, the most holy Kalabhairava temple, the beautiful Annapurani temple, and also visited the Manikarnika Ghat. On the banks of Ganga Mata, Swamiji gave an initiation into sannyas to 18 of his disciples. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism going around the sacred city of Kashi, the city of Mahakalabhairava, and one of the most ancient cities of the Vedic tradition. And here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blessing the devotees and visiting the Kalabhairava temple, as Kalabhairava's direct presence is there in Kashi in Varanasi, and the beautiful Annapurani temple. Annapurani is the goddess of the food in Hinduism, and the Manikarnika Ghat, where directly all the bodies get burnt and immediately get liberated by the grace of Paramashiva. And on the banks of the Ganga Mata, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave the sannyas initiation to 18 of his disciples. Here we can see the pictures of the sannyas initiation of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, invoking Bhagavan Mahakalabhairava and giving the sannyas. So we will now be moving on to the next year after a short break. I request all the viewers to please stay tuned.
The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness.
Yes, so we welcome each and everyone back. We're entering now into the year 2014 on the 13th of February. On this day's presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that we should be a catalyst for causing others' reality. When we live this statement, it directly helps us loosen up and dissolve the false identities that we grasp onto and experience our true self. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared that the true wealth is not about money, but about the layers of fulfillment and completion we pile up, collected when we cause others reality, which brings a certain grace, a groundedness, and stability in us. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism radiating the grace that he's sharing about, the picture on the left. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiating each and every one of us into the powerful cognition of life is for others and causing others reality. So we invite you to go and listen to this presidential address, as this is most likely one of the most, if not the most important powerful cognition that we should imbibe and radiate in our life. So we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also on the left, literally attending to the participants who came and who wanted to receive the darshan, the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
We are now moving on to the 13th of February 2015, where we have a beautiful video explaining about the happenings of that day. Let us sit back and enjoy the Leela Dhyana, the happenings of the 13th of February 2015.
Now I am reinventing myself and updating myself. All spiritual traditions are unique. All spiritual components of religions are unique. And they should all be respected as sacred.
The Ananda Ratha with the deities of Nithyanandeshwara, Nithyanandeshwari and Swamiji's Gurumurti graced Bangalore recently. Devotees received the Utsava Murtis with traditional respects and offered puja and worship. It is said that deities come out in procession out of deep love and compassion to the human beings to bless those who could not make it to the temple. Many, including pregnant mothers, kids, the elderly and passers-by, had darshan and received arati, healing and blessings.
If you take the life incident of Harishchandra, King Harishchandra, if you see at first his kingdom was been removed from him, then his wife, and at last he himself was working for someone as a slave. So in that case, in all this situation, he only decided for his life. He took his life as dharma, and is only living based on dharma. Whatever is dharma, he only lived on that. And so only because of that, it made him expanded, and whatever he lost from his life, he got the whole thing back.
From my experience, before I used to feel that no one's listening, and just because of that powerlessness which I had inside, I tried to control people outside. Because I was not strong inside and I was powerless, I started controlling outside. I think that hard power is just that. Just feeling powerless inside, empty inside, and try to control outside.
When we keep doing something out of hard power, we ourselves become insensitive.
On the 13th of February 2016, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism presided over the Dvajarohanam, the flag hoisting for Rajarajeshwari Brahmotsavam and the Inner Awakening, Day 10, in Adi KAILASA, Bangalore, Karnataka, India. So here we can see the pictures of the Dvajarohanam, the flag hoisting. In the Vedic tradition, the temple, as it is the center of the whole town, of the whole city, all the residents stay below the temple, and temple is kept at the highest ground from the ground level. And so whenever a new festival, whenever a new happening is beginning at the temple, the Dvajarohanam is done, where the flag, the new flag is hoisted for all the residents of the whole city to come to know that the celebration is beginning and to assume their responsibilities and take part in the temple celebrations. Another beautiful context is when we do the Dvajarohanam, the deity also sees that the celebration is beginning, and literally the whole presence is filled by the deity's presence. The whole temple premises and the whole city gets filled by the deity's presence. So here we can see one such instance where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is raising the flag and performing the Dvajarohanam for the Rajarajeshwari Brahmotsavam.
Entering now into the year 2017. On that day, the Rudrabhishekam ritual was performed in Adi KAILASA in Bangalore, India. Whenever we sit down with Godel and we pray to him saying, O Paramashiva, O Godel, I know you are the source of everything. You are everything, and you are in this Shivalinga. You are in this body. Let me connect with me. Let you reveal yourself to me. Whenever we sit in the bhava in that context and do the action of Rudrabhishekam, we then experience the state of oneness with Paramashiva. On that day also, the Nityanandam Kids program was conducted by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and they were all initiated into manifesting the powers of third eye blindfold reading. So here we can see the pictures, an amazing context shared by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism about how to engage in puja, in this case in Rudrabhishekam, the context of Sohamasmi, and the context of requesting, praying to Paramashiva for him to reveal himself to us. On that day, we can also see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiating kids into the manifesting Shaktis, one of the 463 powers that Paramashiva reveals in the Agamas. And we can see also the picture in the center, some of the kids blindfolded manifesting the power of blindfold reading, something which happens when you are in oneness with the Guru, oneness with Paramashiva after being initiated. So we can see here also the pictures of the 21-foot Navapashana Linga in the bottom right in Adi KAILASA, the eastern headquarters of the Sri KAILASA nation, a 21-foot height linga, massive linga on which we perform daily rituals such as Rudrabhishekam.
Let us now move into the 13th of February 2018. On this auspicious day of Mahashivaratri 2018, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expounded on the cosmic principle of oneness with Paramashiva. In this day also, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted the sacred Prana Pratishtha to the deities in Oklahoma and San Jose and inaugurated many new spiritual embassies and new Paduka Mandirs. A new website, the Nityananda.tv, was also launched, and the special Nityananda Panchangam 2018 calendar was released. Lastly, that day's Pratyakshapada Puja, presidential address, the Nityananda Satsang, Sannyas initiation, Tulabharam, Shiva Kundalini Dhyan, third eye initiation, and Swayambhulinga Abhishekam were all presided over by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in Adi KAILASA, Bengaluru, India. So here we can see the pictures from the Mahashivaratri day. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the Nityananda Satsang, the Shiva Kundalini Dhyan, and giving the third eye awakening. And we can see the next picture, the picture in the middle, which is the Tulabharam, a sacred ritual where the devotee offers gold, silver, and many other items equivalent to the weight of the Guru. And the next we can see the Rudrabhishekam, the Swayambhulinga Abhishekam, in the exact timing when Bhagavan Paramashiva came as a light shaft. During that auspicious time, around midnight, the Abhishekam to the Swayambhulinga was performed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism bowing down to Bhagavan Paramashiva in the form of the Swayambhulinga in the Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam in Adi KAILASA, India.
Entering now in the 13th of February 2020. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expounded on the cosmic principle of Tyaga, describing it as the highest form of power manifestation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that we should not make powerlessness as part of our own identity by consciously justifying its existence. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism further shared that powerlessness eventually becomes arrogance, and explained how Tyaga can simply burn it away. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism concluded that Tyaga happens from the heart and bestowed into everyone the powers of Tyaga, Prana, and Sri Kailasa through the initiation into Paramashivoham. So inviting each and everyone to go listen to this presidential address by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, an extremely important powerful cognition about the importance of Tyaga and how when we manifest more and more Tyaga on a regular basis, the ego gets burnt away, the powerlessness is dismantled, and we come back to our original state, the space of Paramashivoham. I am Paramashiva. So also for each and everyone to know, Paramashivoham level 3 is about to start in the beginning of March. So do not miss this opportunity to experience that powerfulness that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expresses in this discourse.
Here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the Paramashiva Duta convention, which is the convention for all the ambassadors of KAILASA, namely the Paramashiva Dutas, where not just as a work or not just as a title, but they represent Bhagavan Paramashiva as they are Bhagavan Paramashiva's ambassadors. So, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says, filling all the posts in the government is easy, but this government of Sri Kailasa is not an ordinary government. It is going to be the revival of an enlightened civilizational nation. So also the government officials will also be enlightened and will carry the state, space, powers, being, and superconsciousness of Paramashiva. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is directly initiating and training all the ambassadors of Sri Kailasa and giving that state and space of Bhagavan Paramashiva to all of them. So here we have lots of pictures from the satsang from the Paramashiva Duta convention on the 13th of February 2021. So with that, we come to the end of all these years. And today, on the 13th of February 2022, I would like to inform all the viewers, all the participants watching us, that we'll be having the Tripura Sundari initiation and also the webinar at 10 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So I request all the viewers to please stay tuned. We'll be having more and more segments and upcoming initiations. Let us now take a few moments to receive the initiation and get ready for the live satsang, the live webinar by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We'll be right back with you. Let's all get into space of deep listening and hear this wonderful satsang, the initiation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Nirvikalpa Samadhi is silence, soaked in silence, soaked inside the silence. Shanti. Soaked inside the Shanti. Soaked inside the Shanti. Listen. I'll repeat. Nirvikalpa Samadhi is silence soaked inside the silence, soaked inside the silence. Contemplate on it. Contemplate on it. I'll initiate all of you into Nirvikalpa Samadhi as a living experience today. If you are a person using English as the language for your inner talk, use this line to meditate now. Silence, soaked inside the silence, soaked inside the silence. Understand? I'm going to fill you with intense, ferocious, powerful, living silence, not dead silence. Living silence. The silence I'm going to inject into your being will touch your Swadhisthana chakra, means it will just terrorize the patterns and fears in you. The fears and patterns will melt down like how the metals melt in the extreme heat. In that absolute heat, how the metal melts, same way all your patterns will melt. So it is not dead silence. So listen carefully. It is not dead silence. It's a living silence. I'll initiate you into this living silence. So you are liberated from the patterns. I tell you, freeing yourself from the fear gives you the power to negotiate in life. Understand? Everything is negotiation in the life. Whether the decision you take, what time to wake up, how to wake up, what to use to brush your teeth, what to use to wash your body, everything is negotiation. Whether you talk to yourself and convince yourself for some activity, or convince your spouse for something, convince your team, your boss, your subordinates, your assistants, everything is all about negotiation. It's all negotiation. All relationships are negotiation. When your fear patterns melts away, you will be so clear about the negotiation with the life. You will create such blissful, happy, powerful ambience around you. And you will know very clearly with whom you should negotiate, what, how. You will be the boss of your life if you master your fears and ability to negotiate. That's all. That's all is life. So with this infusing Nirvikalpa Samadhi in you, melting down your fears, I will empower you with the negotiation power. Negotiation skills. When you start negotiating in life, in business or personal relationships or with yourself, many times, even what time to sleep, what time to wake up, if you learn how to negotiate with yourself, you will be successful in all the lifestyle I am teaching. I'll continue the initiation into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Sit straight. Remember this one line. Silence. Soaked in silence. Soaked in silence. Silence. Soaked in silence. Soaked in silence. Just meditate on this one line. Om. With the grace of Paramashiva, let unclutching Nirvikalpa Samadhi happen in every being here.
विश्वरूपो महाहनुः लोकपालोऽन्तर्हितात्मा प्रसादो हयकर्तभिः पवित्रं च महांश्चैव नियमो नियमाश्रितः ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय
I bless you all to experience Nirvikalpa Samadhi in Nirantaratva, Nityatva. Om, Om, Om. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching cause, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam Paramattvaitam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and KAILASA, Maha KAILASA of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness.
Yes, Nithyananda, welcoming back all the viewers and participants watching us live on YouTube, Facebook, and the various social media channels. So, we just saw a beautiful initiation where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanded on the silence, soaked in silence, and initiated all of us into the various truths related to Kala, the time dimension. And as all these satsangs, as are part of the Paramashivoham Level 3, the preparation for the Paramashivoham Level 3 program, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce a small brief about the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. The Paramashivoham Level 3 is a 21-day meditation program directly conducted by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism after 3 long years. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is directly going to be taking the sessions of the Paramashivoham Level 3 program and giving us the experiences of the various topics, which include the 25 states of consciousness, the 11 dimensions and 14 lokas, and of course, initiating us into the 463 powers directly given by Paramashiva to all of us. So, this program is beginning on the 1st of March 2022 till the 21st of March. And to register for the Paramashivoham Level 3 program, all of us can see the link on the screen, kailasa.org/Paramashivoham, for all of us to get initiated and to go for the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. Many of us have many obstacles that we feel in attending the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. It might be time that you might not have 21 days vacation from your job, or you cannot take off 21 days from college, or it might be that some people in your family are not very enthusiastic about you attending a 21-day program. Or it can even be that you do not have the required resources for the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. So let us all put forward our intention, where the first step that you will be taking is putting your intention for the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. And it doesn't matter how many obstacles you have or how much that you are unable to come to the program. The only thing that matters is your will persistence, your intention for attending the program, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself is blessing all the intentions, all the individuals, all the devotees who want to attend the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. So I would like to request all the viewers, if you want to attend the Paramashivoham Level 3 program, to shift from the space of impossibility to possibility. Begin by putting forward your intention to attend the program, and we will help you on how you can manifest the program, the Paramashivoham Level 3.
Also, all the viewers and participants who are sitting with us around the world, as we've been hearing, we have been getting so many initiations. Swamiji has been giving so many gifts from Sri KAILASA to every one of us. Today at 10 p.m. IST, we are going to be having the very, very special Tripura Sundari initiation along with the webinar. So today is going to be another blast for us to experience the great gifts from Sri KAILASA. When Swamiji is actually continuously making all of these as a reality in our life, gifting all of these sciences, what is needed from our side to make ourselves more and more receptive to imbibe everything that Swamiji has been showering on us? As we've been discussing on it, it is our intention to make this higher level of superconscious energy, this higher level cognitions as a reality in our life. When you are very clear that you want to experience Paramashivoham Level 3 in your life, you will see that that becomes a reality in your life. Because not just you, Swamiji himself is going to be co-creating the reality and manifesting it as a reality in your life. So the best way that we can prepare ourselves to receive all these initiations is by us registering for the Paramashivoham Level 3, by us attending, by us making Paramashivoham as a reality in each and every one of our own life. Head over to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham to register for the Paramashivoham Level 3. If you have any questions, any queries with respect to the Paramashivoham Level 3, you can go over to our social media platform and put down your message or a question. We will take this live forum to answer your questions if you have any doubts regarding the Paramashivoham Level 3. And I'd also like to share with every one of you, please do not forget, in about another half an hour, we are going to be having the live darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So reach out to as many people as possible, your friends, your family members, your neighbors, everyone, to just receive the gifts that Swamiji is giving us. Literally, we are not doing anything apart from just sitting and receiving these higher level truths and initiations from Swamiji continuously. So the best that you can do is to reach this out to as many people as possible. As Swamiji shares, these initiations can only be gifted. Our money, our time, our resources, none of this can be equated to the initiations or the gifts that we are receiving from Swamiji. But the only thing that we can do is that when we actually put in our time, when we put in our money, our resources, then we make it as a priority to ourselves. We feel that it is a priority for ourselves. So it is that self putting the ideology on your own self that you make yourself prepared for the Paramashivoham Level 3. So head over to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham and register yourself for the Paramashivoham Level 3. Reach out to as many people as possible and join in for the upcoming webinar starting shortly in about 30 minutes. Let us now come back together after a short break.
The moment you decide, Your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Your consciousness has power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present. by being ferocious with yourself.
Yes, Nithyananda, welcoming back all the viewers and participants watching us live on YouTube, Facebook, and the various social media platforms. And we saw about how we can manifest the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. And we saw many of the participants and viewers asking in the YouTube chat how they can manifest the reality of joining the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. And as we said earlier, it is just about the will persistence that we have, the complete surrender to the Guru. As many times the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has said, if you are completely dissolved in your incompletions and impossibilities, and if your inner space is full with those cognitions, then the Guru would not be able to come into your life and perform the miracle. Only when you let go and you surrender to the Guru, only then you will see miracles happening in your life. As we saw a beautiful sharing by a Chinese participant from the Chinese Sangha, and we saw that she was sharing on how the Paramashivoham Level 3 was difficult for her and she did not have the resources. When she decided that I am going to do whatever I can for attending the program, as I know that that program is the purpose of my life and my destiny. When the participant was so clear that they need to attend the Paramashivoham Level 3 program, immediately everything aligned, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shares that you do not need to do anything except surrender and have the will persistence. I will even move the planets for all of you. So it is all about how we can manifest our will persistence, and we can manifest our intention to be with the Guru, our desire to be with the Guru.
Speaking about moving the planets, Swamiji has shared so many times, and I'm pretty sure that every one of us have experienced this in each and every one of our life. We have seen Swamiji manifest literally everything that is needed for us to experience the higher levels of experiences. In the couple of webinars previously, Swamiji revealed so many deeper truths and secrets about the length, breadth, depth, time, and space dimension, and how these are related to the Navagrahas, the different planets, and how we can experience ourselves and we can experience the higher states of consciousness in these dimensions. Let us go over a few excerpts from the previous webinars from the decoding time and space, the parallel universes, and traveling through the various multiverses, how we can experience Paramashivoham. Swamiji shared time in its three dimensions: linear, circular, and vertical. When it is understood, the mere understanding and the conscious decision to use it is enough to get all the boons, blessings, powers, including enlightenment itself from Paramashiva. Time in the linear level, when you understand the time in linear motion, with your ideas about length, it is a calendar. Morning, evening, next day, next week, next month, past week, past month. It is a linear level. Time understood in the dimension of length is just a calendar. It can be 1,000 years in the past, 1,000 years in the future. But it is just a mere calendar that is used to document history. That's all. So here Swamiji is revealing about the linear dimension of time and how it is just for a record's sake, how to keep records in our day-to-day life. That is all the linear time can be used for. It's good for history. And that is the experience of time in the length dimension, which is the linear level. Next, Swamiji reveals time understood in the level of breadth, a little more than the level of length, is Panchangam, where the idea of the linear movement of time, the documentation of the calendar, is sustained and supported with the knowledge and how the stars move in the Bhumandala, or how the stars are perceived in the Bhumandala. That is the understanding about the time and the breadth level. Whatever Paramashiva reveals in the Vedas and Vedantic truths, Veda and Vedanta, Agama and Agamanta, all four are evolved by Paramashiva directly. So here we are listening to Swamiji as Swamiji is revealing about the breath level, where it is not just a history, but how we are able to match and collaborate the history that we are looking at with the planetary movements and the stars in the Bhumandala. As Swamiji revealed, where we are existing at this given point in time is the Bhumandala. So whatever we are perceiving, the stars or the different planets are relative from this Bhumandala, but that is not the ultimate of them. So we substantiating the regular linear length, the history, the linear time with our perceived understanding of the stars and planets from the Bhumandala is Panchangam, which is the breath dimension. Next, Swamiji takes it even deeper. Understanding about time in the depth level is astrology. The movements of planets, Adityadi Navagraha Devatas, Aditya, Soma, Mangala, Buddha, Guru, Shukra, Sani, Rahu, and Ketu. These Navagrahas, 9 grahas, movements, 12 rashis and their impacts, 28 nakshatras and their influence, and the Indradi Dasharik Balakas and their contribution. All this put together, when you understand time, it is the understanding about the time in the depth level, and that becomes a science called astrology. If you understand the time in the dimension of time itself, like the inner image of time, it is pure consciousness, pure freedom. In the Vedantic Upanishads, Paramashiva gives clearly the inner image of time, what time feels about itself, which is absolute freedom. So here Swamiji revealed about how the depth dimension of time can give us deeper insights about what actually exists as a reality and how our life is impacted by these 9 grahas, the 12 rashis and the 28 nakshatras. Again and again, Swamiji shares about how we want to live in different dimensions that exist. It is your choice whether you just want to live in the linear time dimension, where you wake up, you go, you start doing your mundane work, your regular work, you come back, and your day is over. So here, there is a history that just keeps repeating time and again. It is a linear way of life that you're living. So you can choose to live in that dimension, but you're going to be stuck in that dimension forever. And that is where boredom and tiredness kicks in. But when you decide to take it a step further and deeper, then you move into the breadth dimension. But once again, the breadth dimension is still relative. Certainly more powerful than length, but still relative. It is not the absolute. Then when you experience it a little more deeper, which is the depth dimension, you start learning about the astrology for various things that happen in your life for which you have no reasons or no ideas why things are happening the way they are happening. There is a science behind everything. As Swamiji says, Hinduism is a greater science of Hinduism. So there is a science behind why things are happening the way it's happening, why we are experiencing life as we are experiencing. So when we start understanding time dimension in the depth level, then we start understanding and cognizing why various different things are happening the way it is happening in each and every one of our life. And then Swamiji takes it a step further, where we can experience time only through the initiation, and that is experiencing time itself in the time dimension. What is it? We are going to find out about it after a short break. Let us all come back together after a short break. Thank you.
The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Your consciousness has power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Greater science.
Nithyanam, everybody, welcome back. Let us now look at how we can experience time in the dimension of time itself. Before we enter into that, I'd like to share and request every one of you, remind each and every one of our viewers from around the world, we have got a couple of minutes before we enter into the live webinar and the initiation into the Tripura Sundari initiation that we are going to receive from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So please head over to make sure that you're calling up as many people as possible and preparing yourself for this initiation. So I would like to share and remind every one of you to prepare yourself for it. And those of you who are watching us live, I'd like to share every one of you, please head over to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham to register yourself for the Paramashivoham level 3 program. So please head over to that and you can experience Paramashivoham level 3. Let us now look at what Swamiji has revealed about the time dimension, experiencing time in the dimension of time itself, which is the absolute freedom.
All human beings should take me seriously. All my disciples should take me seriously. Note this point. If you spend few days without cell phone, any contact with the outer world, where you are all alone, you only know the sound of the silence and the nature. At least few days. It can be a week or a month, up to you. At least few days, if you spend, time will introduce itself to you. In the dimension of time itself, anyone who gets introduced about time by time, you are blessed and initiated into the other dimension of life. Listen. How much ever I try to convey, time in its inner image is the freedom you may try to imagine, visualize. But if you spend few days with the absolute silence of the nature, where only the nature's sounds speak to you, there is no other verbalization, from the society, at least for a few days, you understand that time is freedom.
Yes. So we listen from Swamiji about how experiencing time in the dimension of time itself is freedom. As Swamiji revealed, when we live with the nature, with no artificial lights, no artificial sound, no external lights, we will start experiencing the freedom, the absolute freedom. But as we all know, this is not something that is going to be practical for every one of us. And that is where Swamiji has gifted us that entire experience as an initiation for each and every one of us. And that is exactly what we have been receiving during all these webinars and all these initiations that Swamiji has been constantly sharing with each and every one of us.
Actually, it is so exciting and amazing to experience the daily initiations, the various initiations, beginning from the initiations of Shodashi, the Parashodashi, and today the Tripura Sundari initiation, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanded that Lalita Mahatripura Sundari is the all three Shaktis combined, Parabrahma Swarupini, Devi Saraswati, Parandama Swarupini, Devi Mahalakshmi, and Paramashiva Shakti Swarupini, Devi Parashakti, and all three Devis combined is the Tripura Sundari. And we are going to have the initiation, the darshan of the initiation of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, giving the initiation of the Tripura Sundari just in a short while. So I request all the viewers to invite all your family members, your friends, the other Sangha members in your locality, and whoever you want to enrich for this Tripura Sundari initiation. As the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism beautifully put it, it is too precious to be missed. So I would like to request all the viewers, all the participants watching us live on the various social media platforms, on YouTube, Facebook, to invite your near and dear ones and enrich all of them to attend today's webinar. Starting in just a few moments, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will be joining us live. So let's all invite everyone to this beautiful webinar, and at the same time, let us get ready to receive the darshan and presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let's take a few moments to invite all our near and dear ones, and we'll be back right after a short break.